Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's been quite some time since the last time that I uploaded a video, but please bear with me as this will be a little bit messy. So I've been encountering problems using my device and my editing tool. First, with my editing tool, the current editing tool that I am using right now ended up corrupting everything that I did related to this review. Gladly, I was able to save some of the videos and I don't know, I am just out of words because all of a sudden everything was gone. Secondly, I've been experiencing a lot of heavy drop calls related to this device, requiring me to factory reset this device over and over. But I'll be talking more about that later in this video. I factory reset this phone and put everything back inside the box just to show you guys what it looks like and what it feels like unboxing the Pixel 6 Pro once again. There's nothing really special doing the unboxing of the Pixel 6 Pro, but if there's one thing that I noticed right away, it is the hardware design of this device. Moving forward, let's start with the hardware design. The stunning design cues is really one of a kind. The subtle colors of the top and the bottom, the curves on the side, the G branding, and the camera setup makes me feel that Google really puts up a lot of time and effort to come up with a one of a kind design. They are unusually beautiful to look at, and even though I know that beauty is subjective, but the uniqueness of this design really stand out. So if you are a kind of person that wants something that is uniquely different, I would highly suggest this Pixel 6 Pro. So I know a lot of people has been complaining about the fingerprint sensor. So let me just set up everything for now, and I wanted to show you how the fingerprint scanner perform compared to other fingerprint scanners. So for now, let me just set this up and we will compare this with my S21 Ultra's fingerprint scanner. As I said, I've been using the Pixel 6 Pro since December of 2021, and all I can say is that the fingerprint scanner is very responsive, at least in this unit. And there is no problem or whatsoever in the fingerprint scanner. Although if I'll be nitpicking, I wish Pixel allows the user to use the fingerprint scanner even when the screen is off. This can be very convenient for people who are always on the rush. This is similar on how Samsung implement their scanning capabilities for their Galaxy devices. But comparing the sensors side by side, the difference is very negligible, at least in my unit. If I'll be comparing the two devices, the Pixel 6 Pro and the S21 Ultra, the performance is very negligible. But when it comes to the consumption of the battery life, S21 Ultra before, when I'm starting to use this Pixel 6 Pro, is way ahead. But after a couple of weeks, the tensor chip somewhat adapt to my usage and somewhat close the gap to close to 5 hours screen on time. Focusing more on my Pixel 6 Pro experience, I really had a wonderful experience in this device. This device offers a lot of small features that are very convenient that I never thought that I would really appreciate upon using this device for the past couple of months. And I really admire how Tensor Chip was able to adapt in my usage because during my first few days, really the battery life sucks. But then after a couple of weeks, it somewhat adapt in my usage and I was able to extend. It's still not the best, but it was able to close the gap to my S21 Ultra. In addition, I also like how they implement the 120 hertz in this device because it feels more smoother and less choppy compared to my S21 Ultra. But just to clarify, I'm not saying that Samsung S21 Ultra is a slower device compared to the Pixel 6 Pro. It's just that the user interface and the performance of the Pixel 6 Pros is more optimized in their Tensor chip compared to the Samsung UI and the performance of S21 Ultra in the Snapdragon chip. Unfortunately, despite of all the positive outcomes that Pixel 6 Pro showcased to me, it's just that I need to return this device. Like I said earlier, I will be returning this device with a heavy heart. I've been experiencing a lot of heavy drop calls to some of my important calls, and it's just heartbreaking that I will be returning this device. To briefly explain this, I've been experiencing a lot of random drop calls and I've been losing a lot of very important calls. I contacted my carrier. They rebooted their system. They tried to figure out what is the problem. They were worried that it is something to do with the network until they figure out that it's not. They asked me to restart my phone, factory reset my phone, but that didn't help much. So I contacted Google because I was so worried that if I'll be returning my device, and get a new Pixel 6 Pro, I might experience the same problem if this is a bug that's been plaguing Pixel 6 Pro. And that's it. I waited for the update of February and March, but that didn't help my device. So that fear it created a fear that if I'll be getting a Pixel 6 Pro, I might get another defective device and experience the hassle of heavy drop calls. So like I said, that point I made my decision that I'll be getting a different device. And as a tech enthusiast, this is really heartbreaking because I am forced to switch to a different device just because of the bug that they can even figure out. Moving on, here are the key features of my Pixel 6 Pro that I would always miss after I return this device. First on my list is the Pixel's ability to identify the title of the music through its home screen. This is a feature that you need to turn on, and I really find this convenient because I am also a music lover and I love listening to the music around me. And whenever I hear a music that I like, all I just need to do is to unlock my phone, my Pixel 6 Pro, and then just press the heart button, and it will automatically bring that music in my liked list in my YouTube music. So I really find this very convenient. Next on my list is the Hold for Me feature. I never expected I would really love this feature. When I was calling my carrier a couple of times because of the problem that I've been encountering in drop calls, I need to wait for a couple of minutes for 10 to 20 minutes in the line, and I really hate those kinds of hassle. And this hold for me feature helped me to be more productive by just turning this on and do the things that I need to do. Thus, that helps me to be more productive. For the last two feature, I really appreciate the smart storage. That really helps me a lot to avoid running out of space. It always reminds me what are the photos that has been duplicated that I need to delete and so on. I also love the adaptive charging because I am a kind of person that charge my phone overnight. This helps me preserve my battery, my physical batteries performance by not overcharging them overnight. So, like I said earlier, this review will be a little bit messy. There is no camera comparison or camera photos from my Pixel 6 Pro because like I said, I encounter a lot of problems in my editing tools and the device problem didn't help too. So I'll be wrapping this review, and if you guys will be asking me if this device is still worth it, I honestly think that the Pixel 6 Pro is very competitive for the price, and it gives me a lot of things that I never thought that I would really appreciate and would feel contented about them. And I was totally happy with everything that they were offering, but unfortunately, it's just that the drop calls that kept me away from keeping this device. So, like I said, I'll be ending this review with a heavy heart. It is extremely sad because I will be returning this device. But if there is a couple of things that I've learned upon using this Pixel 6 Pro, is that I fell in love with the Pixel experience. And secondly, now I know that part of me would love to give another Pixel device a chance. So it might not be the Pixel 6, but probably the future Pixel device. And I believe that the Tensor chip has a lot of things to offer in the future too. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this messy review that I made. And thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.